Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Bapanatu Nasiha, and I am student at University Sarjana Wisata Mahasiswa. Today, I am excited to share a review of a recent study titled "The Study of Assessment Curriculum at Elementary School" by De Amelia Inamutmainah and Natalia Cesaria Carmeneta in 2023. To begin, I would like to establish the background of this study. As we already know, assessment has become an increasingly important part of the Merdeka curriculum in recent years, particularly because a comprehensive understanding of its concepts, objectives, principles, types, and implementation is still needed to make sure assessment results genuinely improve the quality of learning in elementary schools. That brings us to the core problems driving this research. First, there is still a lack of comprehensive understanding among teachers regarding the concepts, objectives, principles, and types of assessment within the Merdeka curriculum. Second, there is a need to clarify how these types of assessment can be properly implemented in elementary schools so that the result truly contribute to improving the quality of learning. To address this, the study offers a focused perspective. The primary difference between this research and previous work lies in its specific focus on the assessment component of the Merdeka curriculum rather than the curriculum as a whole. While prior studies have tended to discuss the curriculum in general terms, this research is unique because it thoroughly explains the definition, objective, principles, and types of assessment, complete with practical examples that teachers can apply. Ultimately, this allows teachers to use assessment techniques and instruments that truly match their students' needs, thereby improving the overall quality of learning. Let's move on to the literature review. The current theory according to this research in the competency-based assessment framework of the Merdeka curriculum, which essentially suggests that assessment should not only measure learning outcomes, but also support the entire learning process through diagnostic, formative, and summative assessment. Building on this broad framework, the authors narrow their focus the specific types and practical implementation of assessment in elementary schools. Moving on to the methodology to address the research problems effectively, this study is built around a qualitative approach. Specifically, the authors used a library research design to allow us to deeply understand and explore the concepts surrounding assessment rather than measuring them numerically. Next, let's look at the object of this research. The primary focus of this study is assessment practice within the Merdeka curriculum at the elementary school level. Since this is a library research study, the sample consists of relevant books, journals, articles, and other literature related to assessment in the Merdeka curriculum, rather than human participants. To gather information regarding these objects, the authors utilized a literature documentation study, collecting data from relevant books, journals, and articles to capture the theoretical concept of assessment and reviewing multiple related studies to gather supporting evidence, principles, and real examples of assessment practice. Once the literature was gathered, the author applied a descriptive qualitative analytic technique to critical analysis and synthesize the findings, identifying the types, principles and implementation of assessment in the Merdeka curriculum. Now, let's dive into the core of this study. The findings. To answer the research problems, the author focused on two main areas: the types of assessment implemented in the Merdeka curriculum and how teachers apply them in practice. How does this match up with what we already know? The findings show that three main types of assessment are implemented: diagnostic, formative, and summative, each serving a different purpose. Identifying students' initial abilities, monitoring learning progress, and evaluating final learning outcomes. The study also highlights the teachers are given flexibility to choose assessment techniques and instruments according to their students' needs. These findings align well with the broader principles of competence-based assessment, which similarly emphasizes that assessment should support the learning process, not only measure its final result. To work this out, let's look at the main conclusion of the research. Assessment is an essential component of implementing the Merdeka curriculum in elementary school. Through diagnostic, formative, and summative assessment, teachers can identify students' needs, monitor their progress, and evaluate learning outcomes. Therapy improving the quality of learning and ensuring that learning objectives are achieved effectively. Before I close, I would also like to briefly mention the strengths and limitations of this study. On the strength side, the research provides a comprehensive explanation of assessment in the Merdeka curriculum, discuss its objectives, principles, and types in a systematic manner, and is supported by a wide range of recent and relevant reference. However, it also has some limitation. It relies solely on a literature review without collection field data, does not empirically evaluate assessment implementation in real schools, and lacks quantitative evidence regarding the actual impact of assessment on student learning outcomes. This limitation could be a valuable direction for future research, particularly empirical studies that measure the real effectiveness of different types of assessment on student learning outcomes. Thank you very much for your attention. I am now happy to answer any question you might have. Thank you.